Did you know one man's tactical genius changed the course of Roman history? Welcome to another episode of Fascinating Roman History. Today, we're diving into the story of a Roman general most people have never heard of, yet his actions altered the fate of an entire empire. Imagine standing on the brink of defeat, severely outnumbered, with nowhere to turn. This was exactly where Gaius Fabius, a lesser-known but remarkable Roman general, found himself. Gaius Fabius, a man of humble beginnings, had risen through the military ranks due to his keen eye for strategy and unparalleled valor. He was no outsider to conflict, but faced his greatest challenge during the Parthian campaign, a decisive moment in history where the odds were heavily stacked against him and his troops. The Parthian Empire was not to be trifled with. Known for their fierce infantry and skillful cavalry archers, the Parthians had already caused significant concern for the Roman Senate. With resources dwindling and morale at an all-time low, Fabius knew this might be the end of his career, or worse, the end of Rome's influence in the East. The stakes were astronomically high. A defeat wouldn't just be a personal failure. It would embolden Rome's enemies and potentially change the power dynamics of the ancient world. As the sun rose over the bleak landscape, Gaius Fabius stood before his troops, who were visibly weary. "We fight not just for Rome, but to show the world that even in the shadow of defeat, courage and wit can turn the tide," he rallied. Unlike his more famous counterparts, such as Julius Caesar or Pompey, Fabius was not blessed with an abundance of men or resources. He had to rely on intellect and cunning. Fabius devised what is now known as the Fabius Maneuver, a series of feigned retreats that lured the Parthian cavalry into a precarious position. The Parthians, confident of their imminent victory, fell into his trap. His strategy was risky and controversial, frowned upon by traditionalists back in Rome, but shockingly effective against the Parthian forces. At the heart of Fabius's plan was the utilization of natural terrain for ambushes. Hidden valleys and narrow passes served as perfect spots for surprise assaults. Imagine the look of disbelief on the Parthian commanders as their cavalry was systematically drawn into disadvantageous positions and picked off with brutal precision. The counterattack was swift and decisive. The Parthians, unable to regroup, were driven back, down a path of unprecedented defeat. News quivered through the empire. Fabius had succeeded where many had failed. This victory didn't just win battles. It permanently shifted the Roman approach to warfare, emphasizing ingenuity over numbers. It was a strategy meticulously studied and admired by generals throughout history, setting a precedent for future military tactics. The victory catapulted Fabius into the annals of history. He became a symbol of hope, showing that one man's courage and intelligence could indeed defy the seemingly insurmountable. His triumph resonated far beyond the battlefield as he returned to Rome a hero, ushered with accolades that even the greatest emperors would envy. The legacy of Gaius Fabius lives on, reminding us that strategic innovation can, and often does, conquer brute strength. As the Roman Empire expanded to its greatest heights, it carried the lessons and victories of Fabius at its core. In closing, Gaius Fabius's story serves as a timeless reminder that adversity can be the greatest catalyst for ingenuity, and that even the darkest clouds have silver linings. I hope you found this episode as inspiring as it was informative. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more jaw-dropping tales from Roman history. Until next time, remember, in every historic triumph, there's a fascinating story behind it.